Hello, welcome to your first video for section 3.3. Today we're going to talk about all these polynomial identities, and the first ones we're talking about is the difference of squares. The difference of squares is this equation up here, this a squared minus b squared equals a plus b times a minus b. Really what we're talking about this week is like a fancy way to like factor or multiply without having to actually like use the X method or the box method. Now we haven't talked about the X method, but hopefully you saw that freshman year. But with that being said, we are going to get started. Notice on your slide, there is this table here of perfect squares and their roots. Remember, a perfect square is a number that you can like take the square root of. So my first one, 1 squared, 1 times 1 gives me 1, 2 times 2 gives me 4, 3 times 3 gives me 9, and so on and so forth. If I take the square root of my perfect squares, I didn't want to highlight, I wanted a pen. If I take the square root, it gives me that number in front of my squared. That will be helpful to you today, but we'll talk about that as we go forward. All right, so the first one, we're going to factor, which means we're going from a squared minus b squared to a plus b times a minus b. So when I'm going to start my final answer, it's going to have two parentheses. Notice one has a plus in the middle and one has a minus in the middle. The first thing I have to do is I have to figure out what is that a value. What is a going to be? To do that, notice we have a squared and a here. Now to undo a squared, I'm going to take the square root. So I want to take a square root of the first thing, and that will give me my a value. So in my equation here, factor x squared minus 16. Remember, this is a squared minus b squared. So I want to start out by taking the square root of x squared. Well, if you take the square root of something squared, so a squared equals x squared, we want to take our square root, that just gets rid of the little 2. So the square root of x squared is just going to be x. Remember, the square root just cancels out your squared. Notice my b squared value is 16. It's not negative 16, then 16 is like separate from that negative. Well, it's not, but it is when you want to write it down there. We're going to go ahead and take the square root of that because we want to get rid of our little squared. When I take the square root of 16, I get 4. Now, if you didn't know that, you could, type it into your calculator. If you are using your phone, you're going to have to turn it like into landscape mode, like sideways, and probably, turn off the unlock on your screen to get the square root button. But otherwise, you can do it in the calculator if you have one. If you don't know it, look at my list of perfect squares. Okay, I see 16. I know 16 is 4 squared, so my square root is going to be 4. Now we're just going to plug it into the formula. So remember, my formula is a plus b times a minus b. We already took care of our plus and minus. We just need to plug in our a and plug in our b. Well, we know a is x, so each of these are going to start with x. We know b is 4, so each of these is going to have, I don't know why I wrote b, have a 4. So my final answer would be x plus 4 times x minus 4. All right, for the second one, we're doing the same thing. Go from a squared minus b squared to a plus b times a minus b. The first thing they asked me is what is a squared? Remember this equation here, we have a squared minus b squared. So what's in the same spot as a squared? Well, it's 9x squared. So here we have 9x squared. And while we're at it, what's in the same spot as b squared? Well, the same thing in b squared is 25. All right, so to go from a squared to a, remember, I just need to take the square root of both sides. The square root of a squared gave me that a, but the square root of 9x squared. Well, first we have to do the square root of 9, which is going to be 3. Again, notice 9 shows up here, 3 shows up there. And then the square root of x squared. Remember, if I take the square root of x squared, it just equals x. My square root and my little squared cancel each other out. So a is going to be 3x. We're going to do the same thing for b. Take the square root of both sides. The square root of b squared is b. The square root of 25 is going to be 5. Again, if you don't know that off the top of your head, look at your table. 25 goes with 5. All right, so again, we have a squared minus b squared, and that equals a plus b times a minus b. and we're going to plug in what we know. So before I do anything, I'm going to add my parentheses and my symbols, my signs. Remember, a is the first part of both things, and my a value is 3x, so we're going to have 3x and 3x. B was the second part of both, and it's 5, so we're going to have 5 and 5. So my final answer would be 3x plus 5 times 3x minus 5. When you're doing your homework today, it's going to be really important that you have like this equation. In fact, I would suggest like keeping this open in a tab and going to do your homework and following it if you need it. All right, so for our second set of examples, we're multiplying. So we're going to go from a plus b times a minus b to a squared minus b squared. Right now, we already have a plus b times a minus b, and we want to go to a squared minus b squared. In order to do that, I need to figure out what are my a values, what are my b values, and what are they when I square them. So the first thing I notice is that a and x, they're always in the same spot. So a equals x. Well, then I need to go ahead and square both of those. I'm going to use my red pen. So we're going to square this side, square this side. When I do that, we get a squared equals, and then x squared would just be x squared. For the second part, we're going to go ahead and use the green. Notice b and 2 are always in the same spot. So that tells me b equals 2. And again, we're going to square both sides. B squared would give me b squared, and 2 squared would give me 4. Again, if you don't know it, check out my table down here. 2 squared equals 4. Now, we started with that a plus b times a minus b, and we want to equal a squared minus b squared. Well, good news, we already figured out what a squared and b squared were. If you look at your work above, you have a squared equals x squared. So instead of a squared, we're going to write x squared. And you have b squared equals 4. So instead of b squared, you're going to write 4. So your final answer would be x squared minus 4. All right, we're going to do the same thing for this one. We're multiplying 6 plus 7x times 6 minus 7x. Now, if you're like, Miss Sylvester, this equation is confusing to me and I don't understand, but I do know that I can set it up with the box method and have 6 plus 7x, 6 minus 7x. You can use that. They honestly might take you the same amount of time. I do think the equation's a little easier, or not a little easier, but a little faster. But if you want to use the box method instead, I am totally fine with that. All right, so we really have a plus b right now times a minus b, and we want to go to a squared minus b squared. Again, notice a and 6 are always in the same spot, so a is going to equal 6, and we want to square both sides of that so we can get a squared. So we're going to do a squared, 6 squared. When I square a squared, I get a squared. When I square 6, 6 times 6 gives me 36. Again, if you don't know that off the top of your head, type it in a calculator or it's on your table. Just to make my colors make sense, I'm going to make this green. All right, then we need b. So b and 7x are always in the same spot. So we are going to have b equals 7x. And again, remember, we need to square both sides. When I do that, b squared gives me b squared. When I square 7x, I need to square 7 and I need to square the x. So 7 squared would give me 49. And then x squared would be x squared. Be careful though, if I had like x, let's see, let's do this in black on the bottom. So if I had something like x to the power of 3 and that was squared, then I need to multiply my exponents. So I'd have x to the power of 3 times 2, that would equal x to the power of 6. So if you're squaring a bigger number, you're gonna have to, or like a bigger exponent on your x, you're gonna multiply. All right, but we aren't doing that for this one, so don't like worry about it for this problem. All right, and then the last part, we have to plug everything in. Remember, we're doing a squared minus b squared. Sorry, there's kind of a little typo on my slide and it really bothers me. Let me fix it quick. We don't need a squared and we don't need a squared. All right, remember we already found a squared and b squared. Notice on your picture a squared equals 36. So we're gonna put 36 here. And we have b squared equals 49x squared. So we're gonna have minus 49x squared, and this would be your final answer. All right, thank you for watching, and thank you for all of your hard work.